I'm feeling good right now. Polly! What is up, Momos? It's me. I'm back. I just wanted to welcome you to the channel and welcome you to this episode of my pregnancy journey. We're gonna be doing a fun Q&A vlog style. I'm gonna be doing stuff throughout the day and answering your questions. I need to eat my little bagel. There's no hair attached to it, it just looks like that. Real fast to kind of settle my stomach, and then we'll get into the first question. Be back in a moment. All right, what's on my face? Do I just have like bagel all over my face? I'm realizing being pregnant, I'm just messier, I'm slower, I burp a lot more. Paul said lots of burps. And I just don't really have it all together anymore. I don't really know if I ever had it all together, but I maybe looked like I had it more together, and now it's just like, ain't got nothing together. So I just ate my little bagel because I feel like I have to eat first thing in the morning or else I will bleh. I've yet to throw up. I'll be 10 weeks this Friday, which might be today when you're watching this. And I haven't thrown up, praise God. Last night was the first night that I felt like, oh no, I'm gonna throw up. Like I was leaning over the toilet and everything, but I never did. And I'm drinking this very purple drink. It's like an immunity thing. It's elderberry, orange, and zinc. It's good. It tastes exactly like orange juice, but it's purple. All right, first question. Do you follow your cravings or still strive to eat a balanced diet? Yeah, it's a good question. It's been very hard for me because very little has sounded good. So I've just kind of come to the conclusion that I'm gonna eat what my body is saying sounds best, while still, like, luckily fruit still sounds very good to me, and like a salad every now and then sounds really good, or like some broccoli. So I do try to make sure that every day I'm getting some fruits and some veggies. I definitely get the fruit. Sometimes not amazing on the veggies, but I still at least get a serving a day. I'm taking my vitamins when I remember and when I can feel like I can swallow pills without throwing them back up. But I'm also like, I'm still watching the scale, which some people might say like, don't do that. But for me, it doesn't bother me to look at the scale and see it go higher or lower. And I've actually lost like 6 pounds. Yeah, 6 or 7 pounds, which I've heard is normal in the first trimester. And I feel like I've been eating more, but it's weird because I have some days where I eat like basically nothing, and then the next day I want to eat like a lot more. So it really just depends. I'm just listening to my body without being like absurd. I'm not gonna eat a whole pint or gallon of ice cream, and I'm not gonna eat like just these absorbent portions or whatever. So there's still some control there. And then I'm not buying into the lie of you're eating for 2 now. Like everything that I've read is like, that's a lie. Do not believe that. You're not eating for 2. Your baby is getting nutrients from everything you're eating. It does not need a whole extra cheeseburger or whatever. So that's where I'm at. You get morning Paul. Morning hair.
What's up, you guys? What do you got for me? Happy to be a part of your pregnancy vlog Q&A.
Yay. Do you want to know the gender?
Do I?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I know we're going to be finding out hopefully shortly in the next...
I get my blood drawn today.
Yeah, in the coming days. Do we know when we're going to find out after you get your blood drawn?
It's like, they say 2 days to 2 weeks. So
as soon as we find out the gender, it is going to be just a special impactful moment.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, this is a fair question.
Yeah.
Do you find making time for intimacy hard when you rarely feel well? Tips. That's definitely one that has applied to us over the last couple weeks.
Yes, it is. It has been hard.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, please.
It has been hard, but I just want to give praise to my wife, because for the man, it's not just having regular sex, but on an emotional level, it's knowing that your wife sees you and knows that this is a big deal to you. So even if we haven't had sex quite as frequently, hearing Morgan say, just really be mindful rather than just be like, can't have sex again. It's like, hey, I know that you want sex and I want to be there for you. I'm really struggling today. We'll try to have it tomorrow. Just small stuff like that really goes a long way.
Yeah, I think that's been helpful, and just us communicating about it all, and him being very understanding. Obviously, he sees like she is not doing good. I'm not expecting to have sex tonight or whatever. But just being open and communicating, and not for the woman. Yeah, I think it's easy to be like, obviously we're not having sex tonight, I feel terrible. Or like being mad if the husband is like, anything, can we maybe have sex the next day or week? And then you want to be like, why would you even ask me that? Like, don't get upset about it. Understand that he just wants to hear you say like, hey, I see you and I know that like you need this or deeply desire this, and I want to give that to you and I want it as well. But let's try. So we've had to switch our schedules up. Had to make sure like, oh, I'm feeling good right now, Polly.
Yeah, that's true.
Rather than waiting like till nighttime or whatever, because yeah, you just never know. So like, take advantage of the moments you feel good, ladies.
But not to get too personal, but even though you're gonna struggle through nausea and stuff more frequently,
oh yeah,
sex has been good.
Yeah, this is weird, and this might be TMI, but
it's maybe TMI, but I think we just
I have let's just say nausea might subside some.
And then sex feels good.
And sex might help the nausea, so
that's true as well.
Alright, I am gonna do my makeup, you guys, today. This is a big day. Not because anything's really going on, but because I just made the bed, and I'm still kind of out of breath from that. But I made the bed, I put on real clothes. Oh wow, Squishy's going crazy. And yeah, it's just a great day to be alive. Figured I'd answer some questions while I put some makeup on. Alright, this question is fun. Any realizations now that you're pregnant regarding becoming a mom / raising a child soon? So, I feel like I'll continue having realizations, but one recently. I don't know if this is a realization or just like I guess it is a realization, but basically several of you guys reached out, and then some good friends of mine reached out on Instagram and were like, hey, here's some really good accounts for you to follow. They're just like super informational. They give such good detail and information on like literally anything you could think of about being pregnant, having an infant, newborn sleeping, yada yada yada. And so like I went and I followed, I think almost all of them. After like looking through them, I was like, oh yeah, these look really good, really informational, whatever. So I started following them, and within like a week maybe, I just noticed that like all the information that I was getting was just like way too overwhelming. I started stressing about like, what should I do with my baby? Like, I hear that swaddling isn't great, or I hear that this is actually worse for your kid, like all this stuff. And like, it started seriously stressing me out. And I was just like, I can't do this. Like, too much information is dangerous. And so I was like talking to my friend Caroline, and she sent a text to her older sister who has one baby, and her advice back to like encourage me was just really sweet, and was just like, stop, don't look at all that stuff. Your mama instincts are gonna kick in, and you're gonna know what is best for your baby. Like, trial and error in certain things, but like, you will know what is best for your child. And I was just like, like, I think I almost started crying when she sent me that. So I just went and I unfollowed all of those accounts, and I have nothing against those accounts. Like, I think that they are like seriously beneficial, and there might be a time when I go back and follow them, or I go and like just look for information on there, but it was just too much. It was getting to me. So, and for any of you women out there, whether it's baby stuff or just like anything, and you start following accounts and you start feeling more stressed, unfollow those accounts. Okay, someone asked, do you wish that you were alone when you found out that you were pregnant? So for all of you guys who have seen how I found out in the, I think it's, I'll pop it up here. But it was the Where's My Period Part 2. That's where I found out that I was pregnant, and I found out with my mom and sister in the bathroom of a Walmart. I do not wish that it had been any different than how it was. I think it was perfect. I think it was memorable. It was so like kind of hilarious. Like, my little sister's in there like holding this snow scraper, and it like gets in front of the camera several times. It's just like perfectly imperfect, and I do not wish that it happened any other way. Someone asks, are you scared about giving birth? I am not scared. I don't know. Maybe it will come like when I'm literally going into labor, but honestly, I don't know if it will, because I don't know. I am the type of person, when I set my mind on something, like, I don't really get fearful or scared. I'm just like, I'm doing this, let's go. And several years ago, I decided that I wanted to do a natural birth, so I'm doing a natural home birth. Please no comments below about like why I should or should not do that. This is my choice and no one else's, and this is what I know is best for me, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I just know that I will be able to birth my child in the most healthy and peaceful way that I can in my own home, naturally. So I'm not scared. I'm very excited, actually. I'm really excited to experience this. I'm not naive to the fact that it's absolutely not going to be easy, and that I'm going to go through some pretty intense feelings in my body. But I'm really excited to do this. Makeup done! I don't do anything crazy, as you guys know this, but just enough to give me a little more life, you know? Alright, nails did. I love this Essie. It's called Expressi. But it's the quick dry nail color. I'm like trying to buy like all of these because they dry so fast. But I like to just give it a little bit extra time because I hate smudged nails, okay? All right, I know that I've been sitting here at this spot for a while, but that's something about pregnancy, is that like, I just have to take things very, very slow. I don't know. I just get so tired so fast, so I just have to take everything very slow. Next question, homeschool or public school? We will be homeschooling. We might do like a co-op where we send them to like a kind of like a school for homeschoolers once or twice. Sometimes it's 3 times a week, usually it's like 2. Yeah, we will be homeschooling. Both Paul and I, like when we first got married, before we even got married, we were like, yeah, we want to homeschool. But I think even just now, more and more, like the world is just way too crazy. And yeah, I was in public school until the end of 7th grade. And I can tell you that from 8th grade to 11th grade, I graduated a year early. I learned way more than I did in my years of kindergarten through 7th grade. Like, I was so distracted. I was hardcore bullied. My teachers, like, half of them didn't care and would just like sit there at their desks, and that's not to say that there aren't amazing teachers out there. I know there are. I know several. But I just would prefer to homeschool our kids, and we'll make sure that they get lots of, you know, civilization with other kids and whatnot through other things like sports and church and home groups and just going and doing kid activities and stuff. So I'm not worried about like socialization or anything like at all. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Oh, this person asks, the name you felt God gave you that one night, is it a name you can use for either boy or girl? So no, it is specifically for a girl, and Paul tried to say we could use it as like a middle name for a boy, and I was like, our child will be like, why did you do this to me? So if it's a boy. So yeah, it's specifically for a girl. Someone else asked, like, if you find out that it's a boy, will that change anything in you or make you question things in your life? And the answer is no. I feel very confident it's a girl, but I'm totally okay to be wrong. And, you know, just because if we find out we're having a boy this time around doesn't mean that like all this, that means we're never having a girl. We'll see. I do believe that that is something that the Lord spoke to me, but he didn't say like, this is for your first child. He just said, this is the name of your daughter. So he wasn't like, this is the name of your first child, or this is the name of your daughter that you're gonna have first. So yes, I'm not gonna like be rattled in my faith if I find out I'm having a boy. I'll be so excited either way, but it's a girl. Just kidding. I don't know, but I think so. But we'll see. Taking Squish on a walkie. What did you find, Squish? Yeah, mark that territory. Let me show you guys one of the things that I've been eating a lot of lately, whether it's this specific kind or just from a restaurant, Panera, something.
Mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese, macaroni and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese. I'm sorry, not sorry. I've been loving mac and cheese. It's so good.
And I'm gonna go get my blood drawn at my midwife's office. She has like a home office, so it's literally in her house, but it's like a separate part of her house, which I kind of like. Actually, I really like that because I hate doctor's offices. No offense to doctor's offices. I just don't like being in them, you know? It's pouring down rain, so I'm at a stoplight right now. This will be probably the last time you see me until I come back from getting my blood drawn. And I'll fill you guys in on any combos that we have. All right, here we go. So, went to my midwife's appointment. Had to get 6 vials of blood drawn, which was a lot. So I'm surprised I didn't pass out or poop my pants. Sorry, TMI. But that part was fine. It was a good appointment, except for I did not hear baby's heartbeats. Which, like, I know I could easily let that stress me out for the next 2 weeks until I go back, but I'm not going to. And it's still early. Like, I'm 9 weeks and 6 days, so I'll be 10 weeks tomorrow. It's still very early, so I'm not worried about it. I know that a lot of people like aren't able to hear the heartbeat, and then by 12 weeks, good to go. I didn't even expect to like possibly hear the heartbeat today, so I decided to treat myself to a little sandwich from Which. So good. I get the grinder, which is like the Italian, but I add banana peppers and mayo. Delicioso. I'm gonna finish this sandwich, then drive home, and we're gonna answer like lots more questions because I feel like I've barely gotten to any, but the day got busy. Cheers. See you soon. I'm back, laying on the couch, just resting a little, and I feel like I was hit with a wave of nausea. So I'm just trying to rest. My next question I'm going to answer is this. What does baby Olli mean? Where did it come from? So a lot of you guys ask me that, and I'm like, seriously, y'all don't get it? Olligus is our last name. So rather than say baby Olligus, I just say baby Olli, like Morgan Olli Vlogs, you know? Alright, it's time for some rapid fire questions. Does pregnancy seem to be going by as fast or really slow? I think it's in the middle. Like, I can't believe that I'm 10 weeks tomorrow. That seems crazy. I feel like I just found out yesterday with my mom and sister. But also I feel like I've been sick for years. So I'm ready for that to be over. So supposedly 2 to 4 more weeks of this nausea and stuff, and then it gets better. So here's hoping. When are you due? I am due September 13th. I have a feeling baby's gonna come a few days early. I don't know why I think that, but I just have a feeling. Could be very wrong though. Has it set in that you're having a baby? Yes and no. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I do sometimes, I'm like, am I really pregnant or just like really sick? Like, what is going on with me? And then like I look at my little ultrasound picture and I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant. but I think it will just continue to feel more real as like I can see the bump growing, really growing, and I can have heard the baby's heartbeat officially, and yeah, I think that will make it more real, but it does feel real. It also feels crazy. How do you handle the fear of miscarriage? So that's a good question. I think from the very beginning, I was just like, Lord, like, this is your child before it's my child, and I just have to trust that you are taking care of this baby and that this baby will be delivered full term, healthy, and beautiful and amazing. But if that is not what happens, that you're still a good God and you're still worthy of praise, and I trust that you'll get me through anything. But honestly, like, I really just don't think about it. I fully believe that this baby will be full term, and that, yeah, I don't know, God's protection is over this child. Not to say that, like, oh, if you've had a miscarriage, God's protection wasn't over your baby. That's not it. That's not how God works. That's not how the world works, sadly. Life is just very unfair, and we live in such a fallen state of this earth, and the enemy sucks. But I'm not going to allow myself to live in fear. I don't think that that's how we're called to live as believers, and yeah, that's just not something that I'm going to think about, honestly. Unless I'm being faced with it, I'm just not going to think about it. I don't need to worry about it. Do you think the baby will look more like you or more like Paul? I have no idea. I've like barely thought about it. Like, I have thought about it. I'm like, is our baby gonna come out with lots of hair or totally bald? Is it gonna have my eyes or Paul's eyes? Is it gonna have my nose or Paul's nose, or a mixture? Like, what is this baby gonna look like? Oh, I have no idea. But I'm very excited to meet the little baby face to face. All right, Paul is making dinner in there, and it's smelling very delicious. So I say we go and see what he's cooking up. Oh, Paulie, what are you making?
Makes us the
Hey guys, so Morgan said that Paul the nachos sound good to me, and when pregnant wife says something sounds good and it's in my
sphere,
it's in my ability, I go for it. So I am doing the final touches. I already sauteed the mushrooms and onion, and I sauteed meat with it. And it's got 3 different kinds of cheeses going on.
Wow.
And now I'm putting it in. It really only needs to be put in for about 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
And then it will come together very nicely.
It smells amazing.
Good.
We got some veggies on there. Don't worry, guys.
Onion, mushroom, and we're going to throw on banana peppers. So this is a pretty balanced dinner if you think of it like that. Nachos don't need to be just junk food.
Yeah.
Depends how you make them, you know? And it's got protein, so...
My guy. Hello. It is the next day. I forgot to Paul is filling up my water bottle, which is a good thing and a kind thing for him to do. Because apparently I have to drink 90 ounces of water every day, which I have not been doing. I don't even know if I've gotten 30 ounces of water.
What? Babe.
No, I have. I've gotten at least 32 ounces a day.
You need to triple this.
Honestly, that sounds like a lot.
I have to drink 3 of these a day. It seems impossible.
Well,
Why is my baby so demanding?
baby, this isn't gonna fly once you come into the world of you demanding mother drinking so much water.
I'm gonna end this vlog. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We'll do another Q&A in the next few weeks, I'm sure. And thank you all for being a part of this fam. Comment below and let me know, was there any answer that surprised you? Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and join the Momo fam. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, Jesus is the answer.